Yeah, I've not seen Challenger vertical once this set, so I honestly don't know.
Okay, we're back. Uh,
Oh,
Welcome back, everyone. We're going into the next game, and that's going to be Don't Want to Gloat versus Conjoined Twins. Both teams have already played today. This is their second game of the day. Yeah, what do you guys think of these two teams?
I mean, we just saw both of them in action. I think Don't Want to Gloat with a very surprising upset on Tislet's Revenge, and we'll see if they're able to continue and also get that win against Conjoined Twins. I think Conjoined Twins, a bit of a rough last game. We'll see if they can bounce back against a team that's also finding themselves pretty low in the bracket and Don't Want to Gloat.
yeah. I think they definitely played a strong like early game from the game we just saw. So as long as they just play consistently throughout the rest of the game, they should hopefully play better.
Yeah, like I said, or like FaZe said, um, DWG is coming off of a win against the top seeded team, so hopefully they can keep up that momentum. And like before, I think the name of the game is again playing through that mid jungle for DWG. Um, but for the other side, for conjoined twins, I'm not really too sure what their game plan is. Because Camper seems to want to play these bruisers, these top laners that require a lot of resources, but at the same time, um, Habibi Poppy, he has. I feel like the jungler has to kind of decide um, what lane is going to be sort of prioritized, and I feel like because of that, some lanes kind of get the treatment, or like just things go wrong, especially in the early game, and they can't really find their macro footing. I think they have to figure that out pretty soon. But at the same time, I think that their ADC is a very good player, and I would like to see a lot of plays made around Habibi Poppy.
Yeah, I think Conjoined Twins, a team that has found themselves doing very well in a lot of games and keeping almost every game competitive, where other teams have fallen in very quick defeats. I think Conjoined Twins definitely a team that's been looking pretty good, but they haven't found the magic they need to close out some of these games. And we'll see if one of their members can be the one to step up in these big team fights where it seems like they're falling every single game.
Yeah, yeah. Let's just hope to see that they can. I feel like both of these teams like to play around early game, especially Karnper. Karnper definitely likes to play around early game with the stuff like the Pantheon. While Rixie is also the same way. He definitely likes to play those ganking junglers like Gragas, Poppy, um, things like even Wukong that has the potential to, you know, go in pretty easily with that W and that E. Uh, but yeah, let's just try to jump in and start the draft.
Yeah.
Just waiting on them to get started. There we go.
And now we're getting into camp select.
Yep, and I think CT. Okay, so they're going to take the Ivern away immediately. It doesn't seem like Rixie wants to play it, but I think CT really wants to prioritize banning out Rixie and Grifferwall. So they're going to take that Rek'Sai away from Rixie.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if they go for an Ari ban here, as Grief World's been consistently performing very well on this Ari. Gotten multiple solo kills, and we saw him just destroy weak side mid lane in their last game.
Yep.
The Akali ban, very reasonable for the side of blue team.
Yeah, no size matters. A bit of a prominent Akali player. Just taking that away from it, pretty much comfort. And they're going to take away Wukong, who Rixie put on a monster performance on that Wukong just 2 games ago against PSR. So yeah, definitely taking away some of those comfort picks that they've found success on in the past with these bans. They can take away the Ophelios from Habibi Poppy as well.
Looked pretty scary despite him dying a lot. And Ari has not been bad actually, so I want to see if Griefer World wants to pick that up, first pick on blue side.
Yeah, I'm not sure if No Size Matters actually plays Ari, so
Yeah, I
looks like
wonder what he has prepped against the pick because I think Griefer will definitely pick it in the first 3. Oh, the Zeri lock in.
yeah, but at the
Whoa.
same time, there's a possibility that he doesn't pick it because against PSR they were actually red side, so he got to kind of slot in Ari on the R3 pretty easily, and then ban some champs that maybe would be hard to deal with, but not too sure. Or maybe no, he did it on R5, I believe. He picked Ari on R5, so
I see.
it might be a little bit harder for him to kind of confidently pick Ari.
Oh, the Zaya Rakan lock in. Very strong dual lane, I think. Has a lot
Yeah,
of
I really like the Zyra Khan coming out as an answer to this Zeri, who was nerfed pretty hard on this most recent patch. I'm actually surprised we saw that coming out as a first pick. I'd imagine we'll see a Yumi here to pair with it, but
or Milio or Lulu. I think there's a lot of strong picks that pair with the Zeri, especially after the Yumi nerfs.
Looks like they're gonna opt for that Yumi pick, yeah, and there it is.
Interesting.
I'm not really
Even
sure how
after the-
strong that this lane is anymore.
Yeah,
I
even after the
agree.
heavy nerfs to both champions, they still opt to lock it in. I'm really curious how this goes because those champions were honestly both kind of gutted this patch.
Yeah,
Griffer-
both of these champions hovering around the 45 to 46% win rate, so we'll see if they can prove these stats wrong here.
Griffer
If we
just
were with
going to
our
lock
lock in,
Yeah.
let's see if No Size Matters has an answer right now before bans start coming through.
I would really like something like a Talia here. I don't know if No Size Matters plays that champion, but Talia could be a really good answer to both the Zeri and this Ari, so
I don't
Yeah,
think
I
this does.
also think Lissandra or Vex could be a really good pickup here, just with the point and click or like this easy CC into Zeri. But it looks
Plays
like it's
that
going to be the
Irelia.
Irelia. That is a No
knows-
Size Matters.
yeah, he does
champion.
play that champion. Yes,
Yeah,
he does play
okay.
that champion.
Pretty okay matchup into Ari. I honestly don't like it as much because you make yourself very susceptible to the charm, and Ari just kind of if you don't get snowballing early, Ari will just keep you on lock throughout the rest of the game. With
Yeah,
her CC.
I'm not too sure how I feel about that Irelia pick. I feel like it's going to be kind of hard for him to, even get on the Zeri Yumi, right?
Look at
Much
the
less
Poppy
the Aria.
ban though.
Yeah, but we're Khan engaged to help out. It definitely is possible. I think one thing that does concern me though is they're going to need to figure out where their magic damage is coming from. You know, with both the Aurelia mid and Zaya locked in, I don't think we've seen Camper or Carper play a really heavy AP champion yet.
Yeah.
So we'll see if
Well, we did
Yeah.
see the AP Varus, and they're going to not lock that
Oh,
away.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is true.
they're going to ban that, so that's going to be
Wow,
off the
putting
table.
respect onto Camper on duty's name.
Yeah, well, honestly, I'm not too sure if Karnper plays any AP junglers either. Because if he did, that would be really, really nice to pair up with the Irelia.
Yeah, like
maybe
smart
some, like,
bans,
fiddlesticks
smart
here.
bans from the side of blue side, just banning all these AP picks that they know red side might want to play.
And looks like we're going to find a jungle here. I think it's going to be an AP jungler, given that they have an AD mid and obviously an ADC.
I like Diana here.
There's the Echo. That's Echo.
Oh,
Or Echo. I do not like the
Oh.
Echo as much because with the safety of Zeri and Ari and the defensiveness of Yumi, I really don't see
I
how
don't
he's gonna
like.
look for kills.
I don't like the Echo at all here. I'm a bit of an Echo player, or rather, I used to be. I think the champ is
Retired.
just not very good right now. But this is a chance. This is even if it was mid lane, this is definitely not a slot that I would pick Echo in. It's very hard to lock down Zeri, very hard to lock down Ari because if you E somebody, you just get charmed immediately.
Mhm.
Looks like Rixie is going to pick up that Hecarim. Not so bad into the Hecarim. You can do considerable damage to him and burst him if he goes for that more damage-heavy build with Eclipse or even Man Immune. But yeah, I'm not too sure how I feel about this Echo. I feel like it would be nice for Big Boy Tonio to pick up a CC top laner here, maybe even a tank like an Ornn or a Scion. Gonna opt for that Camille, actually.
oh my God, Talia would be so good here.
Blind Camille.
Yeah, so it's a blind Camille, and I don't think we're going to see a Talia top, and I don't think that Camper plays Irelia, so...
Oh my.
Wait, Tebow is
Yes.
the counter to Camille, and Tebow is AP.
Timo?
Wait a minute.
I
This
I
is
so?
I will say, this pick is not bad.
This would be a kind of Smurf pick from
This would
Camper
be
on
kind of
Duty.
a Smurf pick. No, he's not gonna do it. So he locks in the
Oh,
Jax.
the Jax.
Jax is considerable AP damage, even though he does. He is. I don't know. He builds 80 items, but he has a lot of AP ratios in his kit.
I know a certain top laner would definitely have locked in Teemo there.
Yes.
Unfortunately, Camper is not that top laner. But
Honestly, he
I think-
probably would have locked in Jax too. He probably wouldn't have locked in Teemo in a DMV game, but
I think both are very yeah.
I think Jax
Well-
is definitely probably the better pick. They definitely capitalize a lot on the Rakan engage with the Jax and the Irelia and the Echo.
Yeah. I was gonna say I actually don't hate the draft from Red Side as much as I thought. They have a lot of dive, and all their champions like synergize pretty well with that like core identity.
What
So-
I would have liked to have seen from Karnper would actually be something like the Maokai even. Would be even better.
What about Maokai? That
Yeah.
champion's broken.
Yeah, I would have liked to see that for sure, but it seems like Karnper, he really likes to play very, very damage-heavy junglers like Pantheon, and obviously we see here Echo, so let's see what he can do on that champ, but I feel like Maokai would have been kind of smurfier, no?
Yeah, I know. I definitely agree. Maokai just fixes a lot of your issues. The AP profile, the like frontline dive that you engage that you want. I think Echo is definitely a much more niche pick. If you're good at the pick, I think you can kind of make it work, but we'll just have to see how the game goes.
Yeah, I'm not too sure how many Echo games Karnper has under his belt, but yeah, again, we'll just have to see what kind of performance he's going to put on with his Echo. But
Yeah,
I think there's gonna be a lot of pressure on Grifu World here to really make plays with this Ari. Set up his team for some plays in the early game. I think I'm a bit concerned about the draft for Blue Side, only to be honest, because of this Zeri Yumi. I think those champions are just both very, very underwhelming right now. We'll see if they can prove me wrong, but I think that honestly, I would give the draft here just hard to this Red Side, just because I think those champions really, really nerfed.
yeah, I am a bit skeptical about the Echo, but I think I still would prefer Red Side's comp at this point in time. Ari doesn't have that much of a Rixie has that Hecarim, but I believe that's considerably a weaker mid jungle duo than the Ari Wukong or even Ari Vi, especially in the early game. Like Hecarim probably needs that 6 to really, really get going. Obviously, he can pull some ganks off. But yeah, at the same time, I'm not too sure how it's gonna fare. What do you think, Jason, about this mid jungle?
I think the matchup is super volatile in the mid lane with like both mid laners with Irelia really demanding attention from both junglers, one to like shut her down and one to just cover her and make sure she can go over her plays. But I think the issue is like Hecarim, despite not having like the engage with the 6, just like destroys Echo in like the 1-on-1.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think so too. As long as Echo is not ahead, doesn't have
yeah,
kills,
exactly.
he's gonna be completely useless, actually.
But I actually do think this 2v2 is fairly skill intensive because like Irelia is stronger than Ari in the 2v2, but Hecarim's stronger than Echo. So it really just depends on like how the CC lands and all that.
You think Ari is stronger than Irelia?
No. I said Irelia is stronger than
Ari. Okay.
Yeah, it's stronger than Ari.
I just misheard you. Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm, yeah, and especially also in the top side, like this is a very like explosive top side that both teams have drafted.
Yeah.
So,
and I think these are generally two pretty well matched top laners at this point in time. But Camper does have that counter matchup, so I think we can expect him to have a winning lane, and maybe even Karnper. He really likes his partner in crime is Road Dog Camper, so I think we're going to see some more action in the top lane, just like last game.
I think this bot lane is a pretty important matchup to take a look at too. I think there's going to be a pretty big advantage for the side of Habibi Poppy and Habibi King here with that Xayah Rakan. I think they're just going to absolutely destroy the Zeri Yumi in lane, and we'll have to see. I think Xayah just in general a very good pick in this game with all the dive of who is it? No, not Pistlet's Revenge. What's the team? What's the Blue Side team? Is that
Don't want to go.
Don't want to gloat. Yeah, with all of their dive, I think Xayah is probably one of the best ADCs you could have here. So I would really like to look to Habibi Poppy to do really well in this game.
Yep. I mean, like always, I think we always want to see Habibi Poppy do really well in these games, but alas, not always going to be the case. Again, very electrifying player, very well liked. But again, we'll just have to see what kind of plays Karnper wants to do around this early game with this Echo.
Comper is greeting the potion again in this matchup. I heavily disagree with that because you really need to make sure your lanes don't go boom. If Hecarim is like matching you in these plays, you're going to be at a pretty significant disadvantage.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about Echo Clear nowadays. What do you think about it, Jason?
It's lower than Hecarim for sure.
Yeah. So I think you would prefer to have that pot, not greed.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, actually, I could see a play if both junglers start topside, but red side bot lane will have trials, so they could maybe look for an invade onto the red.
Yeah.
Potential. I can see that as a potential play for the red side because Hecarim does like starting blue for the mana. But looks like he's going to be heading down, which is the smart thing to do because he has absolutely no prio in the bot lane.
Interpede might be forced to stay. He's going to take a lot of damage even before the minion spawn. Really not good for him.
A bit too late for him to get that back off. So a nice way for Habibi Poppy and Habibi King to already get a bit of a lead here. Oh, is Habibi King flash in, forces the flash out from the Zeri, and that could be really rough now. The Zeri is starting to become a very, very easy dive target, especially with a champion like Echo here that can help facilitate those dives.
Yeah, really well played by Habibi King there, getting that first initial damage off and then looking for that flash. Kind of losing a bit of HP there, but seems to be fine. Yeah, and like you said, Jason, super volatile matchup. Griffith was going to win on that trade, but
I thought Griffith World was losing the trade, but then we just cut back in and he's just winning by so much HP.
Yeah, I also saw the same thing. Not sure what happened there. Maybe No Size dropped the Q or something.
Yeah, very interesting, but...
Oh, Habibi King jumping in once again at level 1. He's going very low, hit by the prowling projectile, and but we have Grief World stunned up by the Aurelia in the mid lane, and No Size Matters able to get the better end of that exchange.
Yeah, but Grief World still has 2 potions. This matchup actually is not going very well, I'd say, for Aurelia. But...
As Rixie now coming in towards this bot side, Habibi a bit too far forward, and Habibi King without the flash will probably just go down. First blood for the Hecarim. Habibi Poppy not flashing it, does flash eventually, and a very good play from Rixie to help hit his bot lane ahead.
Yeah, Habibi King, I mean, he was playing really aggressive in the bot lane. Really, he knew that Zeri didn't have that flash. Oh, really aggressive here in the mid lane as well.
Yeah, Grief World with no charm at this point. The flash comes in, No Size Matters able to secure the kill, but not without the cost of his own life.
Yeah, we take a look at mid lane wave. I'm curious what...
Yeah, sure.
Not the best solo kill. Actually, no, that was a good solo kill.
No, it was a good solo kill. Wave's pushing back into him. Ari's gonna be really uncomfortable with this wave state. Because it's gonna land right here.
Yeah, no flash, and Echo's looking. Rakav's looking mid. This is really bad for Ari. She cannot walk up.
Yes, she needs to be yelling at Rixie right now to come fix this wave because she is absolutely screwed.
Yeah, this is terrible for her matchup. Oh my god, amazing play from No Size Matters. Really taking advantage of the Aurelia pick. Yeah, Ari just can't walk up.
Yeah, she's gonna go down at least what 11 CS, I think.
And it's like 10 CS with the wave crash. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, luckily she doesn't
get crash though, so it's not terrible with the Rixie with the Rixie Hecarim hover.
Yeah.
Could have been worse.
It's gonna start pushing back into her, but not without a 9 CS lead.
Yeah, also an item lead from No Size Matters because I think he got the first blood.
Yeah.
No, he didn't because they killed the bot lane first.
Oh, right. Okay.
And actually, I think the bot lane telling a different story here. We're talking about how far No Size Matters is ahead, but also Interpede doing very well despite the more scaling pick. We do have Echo coming down though into the bot lane, as it looks like. The direct equal. Yeah.
There we go.
They're now jumping onto Interpede. Lands a lot of damage, but not quite the kill. And Habibi Poppy now going very low on the trade back. So well played by Interpede to survive the play even without the flash available.
Yeah, for sure. The CS gap slightly, but not really with the crashed wave. Looks like they're just looking for a recall. I would say this map state is a lot
Camper now jumping on the big boy Tony. Yeah, okay.
Is a lot more unexpected than what I thought. The Zarya's winning lane and
One size matters jumping on to Rixie, able to put a lot of
might be
damage.
dead.
He's going all across the map. Habibi King and Habibi Poppy seems to be going pretty even here. I'd like to see what's going on elsewhere, but yeah, it looks like Camper continuing to jump forward, but overall, yeah, everyone seems to be okay.
Yeah, it looks like the whatever Riot spectator algorithm decided Rixie will be fine, so he Camper banned out. Looks like we're gonna do a little bit of a freeze here. Looks like we're fine. Yeah, but backtracking a little bit. Before even the first kills, Habibi King was playing super aggressive in the lane. Probably thought that like it was really good for Zarya Flash to be down for his flash, but I guess he didn't realize that Rixie could also be down there, and he just got ghosted on and killed to give bot lane that lead and hyper him that kill.
It looks like a dive will be coming out here. Big Boy Tony not quite level 6, so if he doesn't have that ult oh, he does actually get it. He might be able to embolden the CC here. No, not quite, and the damage is not quite there though. Camper now stuck under the burn. He'll just go down.
Yeah, not really what you want to see. I mean, Carper was just severely overestimating his damage. Didn't have that alternator yet, I believe.
Yeah, and the ult not up there yet, so...
Yeah, it's still level 5, so wasn't able to get out with that ulti and just got turned on. Very big pickup for Big Boy Tonio, and a very costly mistake for Carper on duty.
Yeah, for sure. It looked like what happened was Echo was stuck under the tower by the Camille ulti, but his Q like drew tower aggro when it was on the way back, right as Camper dropped tower aggro. So it was a really unfortunate death.
Yeah, I feel like at the same time, there was probably no saving it because Carper actually misclicked the tower instead of the Camille to get his third proc on his passive. So he wasn't actually able to get his electrocute damage out and even close to getting the kill.
Yeah, his nose now jumping forward, but he'll get charmed up, and Rixie has arrived, able to escape nicely with the Qs, and he'll be okay.
Yeah. I think Griffey World was probably trying to time No Size Matters Q so he could drop it and not get it back up to escape safely. But Nose got his Q back up and was able to get out.
Oh. Camper now jumping in, but a nice escape from Big Boy Tonio. It looks like we have some trades going on in the bot lane too, but nothing too much landing so far.
Yeah, Interpede blocking through. Camper's here.
This could be Interpede going down. Pops the ult.
Misses the wall.
Carper able to land the E, gets the follow-up damage and the move speed. Carper does still have ult available.
Interpede playing this very well.
Very low. Flashes over to secure the E, and it looks like that will be potential 5 going down as well. So a nice play, but Rixie meanwhile jumping onto Camper on duty, able to land the rest of the damage he needs, and the Jax will go down too.
Yeah, 2 for 1, but I mean, Habibi Poppy got a double kill down in the bot lane. Just definitely not what you want to see on the enemy bot lane if you're blue side. He's going to start looking to try and snowball that lead into, you know, I mean, obviously at Fed you can see this mech is super scary.
I think this is why a lot of people consider bot lane one of the best roles, is, you know, the jungler pathing bot able to secure 2 kills for his ADC while only 1 kill on the top lane. So Rixie, luckily though, able to secure that Herald as well, but the Dragon already having gone down for the side of Conjoined Twins.
I mean, early Herald going to blue side, that's actually pretty good for them. So I think first Herald's always better than first Dragon, just in terms of like tempo swing on the map.
Yeah, but if we look elsewhere, I mean, I feel like Red Team is doing pretty well for themselves overall. I mean, Camper is up 10 CS. I think with this wave it'll be around 10 CS that'll be up. Habibi Poppy is up 2 kills despite being down CS, and No Size Matters is up 20 CS in this mid lane right now. It's not looking too good for Grouper World in this counter matchup.
Yeah, but despite all that, the gold is still pretty even, so game's looking pretty competitive so far.
Oh, it's Habibi King now jumping back onto Interpede, who is now missing all of his sums. Habibi King getting a lot of damage off, and Habibi Poppy almost knocking him down. Camper also going in, and the ult is up for the Xayah, so Oh, it's
Oh,
flashing in.
Lord.
Habibi Poppy, the damage not quite there yet. Able to finish off the kill, but not without Habibi King going down as well. Free for All does miss the charm. Habibi Poppy continuing to kite away. The last auto is there. Yeah, with the flash, but a nice play from Free for All to TP down and turn that around.
Yeah, but I feel like there was so many resources burned by the side of DWG to try and get Habibi Poppy and Habibi King off that. They did get interpede on that dive, but Free for All had to burn both his flash and TP, and No Size Matters got a plate and is catching this bot wave as well.
Yeah, and Ari misses like an entire mid wave and a half, and the bot wave was caught by Aurelia. So like in terms of just minions, red side missed nothing, while blue side missed almost like.
Yeah, you
a
can
wave
see.
and a
Free
half.
for All did claim the shutdown there, so that is some gold, and it looks like they do have a bit of a gold lead now.
Yeah, you can see though, No Size Matters has a 2-level gold lead, and Rixie
Yes,
is looking.
Rixie ulting forward, but a nice
Ooh, good
cancel
job.
from Habibi King, and now that will just be the Hecarim going down.
Yeah, I'm really not sure what he was thinking there. That was definitely an overforce. He wasn't even remotely close to hitting them with his ulti. I mean, Hecarim
And
ulti
even if he
is-
did, like Zaya had cleanse. That was
Zai had cleanse, and he was just way too far forward with definitely not
Yeah.
enough damage. I mean,
kind of feeling it a little too much there, but
yeah, Hecarim ulti is
That's-
kind of hard to miss too. That thing is a very wide hitbox. But
I think something important there though was the
Not very
Hecarim not quite hitting the fear, which allowed Habibi King the opportunity to use his W to cancel the E.
yeah, and I don't know. Grifferwold, despite having 2 kills to No Size Matters 1, he's gonna
Okay,
go all in.
Matters flashing in. Free for All with no charm will just go down under the turret.
Wow.
A beautiful play by No Size Matters.
really showing the prowess of Aurelia.
Yeah,
Aurelia pick.
I really think.
He said it's Aurelian time, and
Yeah, I really it all over him.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
playing the
Habibi
bot
King
lane?
jumping on to Interpede. The cleanse coming out to deny the initial engage, and Interpede doing a
Wait,
good job to
what's
trade
going on?
back. Habibi King going
Zeri
quite low.
Zeri
wait,
time.
what's going on? Wait, what's going on?
Damage is there, but the ult comes out, and that will probably be his potential 5 going down as well. The Aurelia arriving.
Yo, I thought they nerfed Zeri. What happened? What was going on there? How do
Yeah, it seems like Zeri Yumi still pretty
Wait.
strong.
That's really strange how he got a kill in that situation.
Yeah,
Camper
not too
did go
sure.
down. Yeah,
Uh,
Camp-
We're good.
Yeah, we're good. Rixie with the Herald, maybe popping it for top tower, exchange for second dragon. I think it's a okay trade.
Yeah, Camper did go down the top lane as you said, FaZe.
Yeah, Camper there with the TP, so the Herald won't even claim the turret here, and I think that'll just be a pretty big advantage for the side of conjoined twins all over the map, so well played to them.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
a lot of gold being funneled onto the Hecarim hill though, so really want to see those champions on the side of blue team try to carry.
Yeah, but I think it's gonna be very hard for Reeferworld to be kind of relevant this game. He doesn't really have a lead. He's 2 levels down. No Size Matters is just auto pushing the wave.
Don't worry,
I think it looks
Ari
pretty
can be
scary.
relevant. I think
Yeah,
Ari can be relevant.
I think Ari can be relevant, but given that the champion already does very little damage, she's just gonna be sort of a charm bot, kind of.
But I think that's okay on the side of for the comp because
Yeah,
they have damage in every other.
Yeah. As long as Zero Yumi can show up in these fights, I think it'll be fine. And Hecarim, obviously, and the Camille.
But
But
important. Sorry, are you going?
at the same time, the other side is also pretty stacked. I mean, 2 kills.
Oh,
plus
it's
on
Carper
Overlook
now
for
jumping onto Interpede, but he might be a bit far forward. Does ult away, but the ult fallout from Rixie, and I think that Carper will just go down. The shutdown going
Interpede looking for more.
is not what you want to see.
What is this pause?
Looks like the support DC'd on Rixie. And Interpede
Really?
is didn't catch that and is going in for more.
Yeah, really interesting position we have here. Interpede does have flash though, so he should be fine. But it's pretty funny. Just in the middle of a play, support just disconnects. For most supports, I feel like that would matter, but I feel like on Yumi, he could have maybe just like stayed attached, and like we wouldn't have noticed.
Maybe he DC'd at that exact moment that Rixie started walking away from the Zeri instead of attaching onto the Zeri. So
Yeah, if that's the case.
Actually, if
That's a
you
really
DC
poor
while
timing.
playing me, the game will unattach you and walk you back to the fountain.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess that makes a lot
Well,
of sense.
he is unattached right now, yeah.
Yeah. I do want to look a little bit at the Zeri items. Since the nerf to the interaction with Sheen, she's no longer really able to go for that Triforce. We have seen most Zeri players rushing for that static Shiv, but it looks like that might not be what's coming out here, so I'm curious to see what Interpede decides to go for here. The highest win rate mythic for Zeri is the Infinity Edge. Oh, as we know,
What is happening?
Poppy jumping onto the
Oh,
Zeri.
good flash.
To avoid the feather callback, but no size matters looking menacing, and yeah, he'll just go down to a Habibi Poppy.
Yeah,
That
Interpede
was
is
a little
very
ambitious.
aggressive.
That was a little ambitious from the side of Interpede.
Yeah, Interpede is being very aggressive in these fights. He's just kind of pressing R and just walking forward at the enemy team, and I don't know how I feel about that.
I think he's still playing as if he has the extra tankiness from Trinity, but
It's not the case. Yeah.
gotta adapt to the changes.
Yeah, so it looks like it will be the first item Kraken Slayer coming out. So, not a choice that's very popular, actually having a 46% win rate here.
It's not the average. It's not Zeri's average win rate though.
Yeah. But, yeah, I agree.
I mean, I think
Oh, it's Camper now jumping forward again, but Rixie has arrived. He might be able to get Big Boy Tonio down as a nice Q comes out, and Big Boy Tonio able to stall the play. Camper does flash away, able to escape for now, but Rixie able to take him down. Camper with a nice flash to land the Q and able to finish off the kill on the Rixie. Griefer World now jumping forward. The Charm not yet there. Habibi King a bit far forward now, though, and the Charm lands, but the damage isn't there to follow up. Big Boy Tonio going quite low, and No Size Matters now arriving at the fight. Carper able to finish. Actually, it was the Ignite from Habibi King.
Yeah, well played by Carper to pick up that Hecarim and that kill over the wall as well. But yeah, I mean, it's just not looking very good for Don't Wanna Gloat. Their carries are kind of just getting picked off. There's Zeri. The Hecarim is even looking like not that strong right now. Even though he's looking for the right plays, it's just not working out for them.
yeah, this is definitely not what you want to see to the side of the team. Like, with their front line being not as strong as they should be, I feel like, based on what was going on this game, like, they're kind of just going to die to be engaged.
Yeah. I think they just need to start having Camille stop side laning and just look.
Oh, is Interpede popping the ult, and now chasing down Habibi Poppy, who uses the ult and cleanse, and just able to walk out of there. So, overall, just a trade of sums and cooldowns.
Yeah. It seems like Interpede is very ready to push that button to just go on the ADC, but yeah, like I said, Big Boy Tonio has a lot of gold under his belt. Same with Hecarim, and I think they just need to work together and start looking for some of these plays with the Camille R and the Zeri R. Especially now that Habibi Poppy doesn't have ulti.
Yeah, I want to see them try to maybe punish Habibi on this timer.
Yeah, we see Dragon in about a minute now, so I think looking for a pick is probably the best option. Habibi Poppy might want to reset here, honestly. I feel that would be the best course of option.
Yeah, looks like he's staying though.
Yeah, but No Size Matters level 12, 2 levels ahead of Grifferwold, just off of CS leads alone.
Yeah, this early pick really working out.
Yeah, 3 levels now, honestly.
Like they're escorting the Herald in and the Crash to the mid tower. Now they're hovering boss day for the Dragon take. With control over the Drake, it might be kind of hard for blue team to work their way in.
Yeah, and then... What's up?
No, you first.
Okay.
Or can we see the
What were we saying?
Say the gold?
Oh, it's now Rixie jumping on to Camper on duty. Camper on duty does still have the ultimate available, will pop it, not landing any of the damage, and he'll just go down. No Size Matters jumping on to Interpede, but he's able to escape over the wall, but it looks like at the same time Rixie going a little too far forward and going down.
Rixie really wanted that kill. Yeah, Rixie really wanted that kill into Habibi Poppy, wasn't able to get it. A lot of flashes
awkward though, because both junglers are dead, so I want to see maybe like, I don't know, someone on red team try to steal the dragon. But it looks like because Zaya is out of the fort,
Yeah, it's a 4v3.
I think it'd be a bit foolish for them to go in here.
It would be quite foolish. Looks like they're thinking about it, but in the end, they're opting to just go farm.
Yeah, I think that's the right play, given that Zaya was so low.
Yeah, for sure. Aya being a large portion of their damage, 4-1 and 4 with two items already. She's definitely the strongest member on the map right now.
Yeah. I feel like, I don't know, it's just me, but I feel like Rixie and Interpede kind of need to chill out a little bit on these engages. Just take it easy. Kind of play as a team a little bit more. Because we saw Rixie go all the way over the wall and just kind of like... I mean, even if he got the kill, like, probably not the best because, like, Dragon was coming up. So, what do you think about that, Jason?
I actually like the attempt over there because they knew Zaya ulti was down and she was low. So that was, like, probably the best opportunity they would have to kill Zaya. But now that she's back up with full HP and all, I don't think...
Rixie might be dead.
Yeah, Rixie a bit too far forward again. The parallel convergence coming down and able to stun them up and lock down the kill.
Oh, wait.
Oh yeah, looks like No Size Matter is able to cancel the TP from Big Boy Tonio as well.
No, the other way around. Big Boy Tonio canceled No Size Matters.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So, nice denial, I guess, of the TP. So now they're up summoners for the global map plays. Maybe they can make use of that somehow.
Yeah, and CT just controlling the entire side of the top side jungle in preparation for this Baron, I believe. In 5 seconds it's spawning. Probably not going to start it on spawn. We see Karnper on duty taking a reset, but they're going to have complete control. And just took away Rixie's whole jungle. He's coming to top side kind of just to clear vision and try to push some of their own. But yeah, really well played right now by CT.
Yeah, so I know there's a little bit of debate in the Echo community whether to go for that second item Lichbane or that second item Nashor's Tooth. Hoptech, what do you think about his decision to go towards that Lichbane in this game?
I think both are fine. I think Lichbane might be a little bit better this game because you really want to come and blow up the Zeri. Jungle generally has a little bit less XP, and not necessarily income because I believe they're about the same price. Nashor's might be a little bit more expensive, but XP, so they're a little bit less tanky as well from like something like a mid laner. So Nashor's is really good if you're ahead, is my opinion, because you can get more autos off. But Lichbane is really good if you just need to get a kill and get out.
Yeah, so I think you're right. Lichbane probably the more effective choice here.
Yep. I agree. I think Lichbane is the way to go. Kind of weird to see that he didn't go for that Sheen, but I think it's okay. Both of those items, both Aether Wisp and Fiendish Codex are good items, so I think it's okay if he doesn't go for that Lichbane. Or that Sheen, sorry.
Red team poking off vision around Baron, and they can threaten at pretty much any time. Although they did actually miss a ward in the middle of the pit, which kind of costing them a lot because now blue team can kind of just relax, not really have to worry until that war gets cleared.
I think another kind of interesting itemization choice here is the Aurelia going for the Stride Breaker. I don't know if that's something I've seen yet. I think most people opting to go for the Trinity Force after the buffs. Do any of you guys have any thoughts on that?
I don't know anything about Aurelia. Yeah,
I've not looked into Aurelia. It seems bad though, just because like you're not really the type of champion to like go in and engage with your Stride Breaker, considering you already have your ult and your E.
The TP coming out from the Camille early, so it looks like they're gonna just take that cooldown and get out probably.
Yeah, no, this is really good macro actually from the side of
CT. Yeah, I think Jax is just realizing that they can't actually start the Baron because they're all still around, and he's just going to look to whale on this T2 tower in the bot lane. And they're going to rotate over to Mountain. Very good macro here.
Yeah.
I really like this, yeah.
Rixie now having to face check a lot of his jungle, and you know he's not so far ahead. He could easily go down if he gets a bit too cocky on this Echo Room.
Red team just posturing around Dragon, trying to set it up, trying to get the soul point, threatening any sort of engage onto these squishy members of blue team. I like this for cost positioning. He knows there's no fish in the bush. But his team is currently not around to take advantage of that.
Yeah, sorry to keep calling out the items here, but I'm not sure how I feel about this Moonstone Yumi as well. I think something like the Shirelias could work a lot better here, especially when you have a Hecarim that you can get so much more out of that move speed with.
Yeah, even Echoes maybe, right?
Yeah.
Big flash hit.
Lands the parallel convergence into the phase dive, but not the damage quite there.
Zery's not dead. Zery's not dead.
Team.
It's a Zeri moment.
Cost coming out, and he'll just
It's a
go
Zeri
down.
moment.
Baby Poppy going out with the damage. Zeri able to finish off BB King. And Baby Poppy with the callback, but this might be all the kills going to the Zeri here.
And
No
ladies
way.
and gentlemen, it looks like Zeri Yumi is back on the board.
No.
We eating tonight, boys.
So these camps are nerfed, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's no way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It seemed to me that it wasn't very well played because at the end of the day, a Zeri's a Zeri, and even if the Triforce isn't around, there wasn't that much engage onto the Zeri.
This
Baron is
Camper-
incredibly
weird. I would have
ambitious.
stopped it taking the dragon there.
I think the Baron probably doable.
This is super
Oh,
not
never
doable.
mind, it's not doable.
This is extremely not doable.
The TV coming out for Aurelia, he will probably
Okay. way too much.
Yeah, they could have easily just claimed that dragon here. I'm not sure
it's-
what they were going for.
Zeri can get a Quadra but can't beat Baron. Unlucky.
Yeah, those were nerfs actually.
Yeah, those are the nerfs kicking out, I think.
Ryan was like, yeah, Zeri can do all that, but she can't, just literally solo.
I guess they were underestimating Baron's damage. That's very interesting to me. That
Yeah,
they made that play
definitely a misplay. I guess they thought Uni could tank it, but I think they really overestimated the tankiness of the cat.
Yeah, but
out of the team.
But looks like Zeri Yumi. I mean, yeah, like Karnper, he E-flashed onto the onto Griffer World, got instantly charmed. No size matters was the only way. Oh,
But
Right,
no,
it's not
Lixie
at all.
jumping in on the Habibi Poppy is going very low, does not have the ult quite available yet, and that'll be a free kill, so nice play by them. Camper now trying to jump in, but they're outnumbered. I'm not sure this is a smart play here, as Camper now getting jumped on, and he will be able to escape though.
Rexy playing this fight super well. I mean, getting that pick is really amazing by him. Maybe they can actually look for the Baron now, given that they just squandered their chances earlier, but they need to be careful of this Echo Smite damage.
Yeah, Echo, honestly, just like one of the best champions for stealing the Baron, able to easily dash over that wall and escape, as well as the third passive proc dealing, upwards of like 1,500 damage to the low health objective.
Yeah, I don't like this 50-50.
Echo can steal this for sure.
They're turning.
Yeah, but now they're jumping onto No Size Matters. No Size Matters lands the ult onto the whole team.
Look at
dashing
Zeri.
to the team, but he will just go down.
Zeri.
Looks like Ari going down as well, and Zeri might have another moment here. An ult coming out from Harper on duty, and the damage is there. It will be a 2-for-2 trade here, but the Baron is stopped.
Honestly, not bad for the red team. They
I
made
mean,
it
both.
evenly.
Yeah, but both times, both at the Dragon fight and at that Baron fight we just saw, they're not getting their CC onto this area. I mean, like No Size is R'ing the best possible R, but again, Interpede is just doing really good positioning, not getting caught by anything. Camper on duty, not able to CC her up. Rakan not able to CC her up. It's just kind of
Oh.
Not sure why he jumped to the word, but I'm not sure if it would have made a difference anyway. So, but yeah, like they really need to focus their attention onto the Zeri instead of the Hecarim, and get their CC onto that Zeri. She's flashless, she's cleanseless, or she has cleanse now, but yeah, they need to start looking for something onto that Zeri, or she's gonna have another moment. And that's why these Triforce changes don't seem to be that apparent, because it looks like she doesn't even need to be tanky in these fights when all the focus is not on her.
Yeah, it's really weird seeing like. I don't know. Are they like diving properly? I don't get how Zeri's just like not being pressured at all in these fights. It's really weird.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean, as red team, the #1 target you want to go for with like all your champions should be the Zeri.
yeah, well, that wasn't the case with with the drag or the Baron fight. I mean, maybe we can chalk it up to Interpede having very good positioning in these fights, but at the same time, like one moment that stands out to me is Karnper E flashing onto Grifferworld. Questionable play, but yeah. Potential 5 with another DC. So who's DDoSing him?
I do want to look back at this itemization once again. We do see Camper on duty going for that second item, Hole Breaker. So we'll see if he can really take advantage of that and go into these side lanes and start to win out against the Camille. And maybe that will be the pressure they need to get this Baron here.
Yeah, I like the Hole Breaker. It's like he's accepting that team fighting is not very easy to do against the Zeri, so we want to pressure the side lane, try to play the map.
Yeah, but that's not what they've been doing so far, so we'll see if they can kind of change their game plan here, and because there have been a lot of fights with this Jax involved, and I think they might want to try to play more around this Hole Breaker here.
Yeah. As we get back into the game,
yeah, this sole point
freeze,
here
but
for the side of Conjoined Twins.
should be
So
okay.
the pressure will be on.
I'll just
the one
backspace
float here.
a little bit, and we should be good.
I mean, yeah, the pressure definitely is on blue team to try to push something for the Dragon, because like giving over Mal and Drake is really bad.
Is it not?
I think it's Hex Tech, not Mountain.
Hex Tech,
I think
Hex
it's
Oh wait, that's even
visual bug. Yeah.
It's even worse though.
Yeah, I think it's not awful because of they don't really have that much poke, but still pretty bad.
Yeah, for sure. Static shiv on every champion.
What's slow? Yeah, not fun.
Fairly scary prospect.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, I don't know. Even at this point, I haven't really seen too much out of Grifferworld to get things going. Okay, it looks like we went back a little bit too far, but
Yeah, no, I mean he's just hanging back and peeling for the Zeri, which I think is a very
yeah, I
valid
mean,
thing to do.
right, yeah. If he can draw attention to himself, that's really good. Let Interpede kind of do the rest with Zeri Yumi.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and this Mikhails is now available for potential 5 here, so it's going to be even harder for them to get onto this Zeri, who now has 278 farm. A bit of a Doinby cosplay going on here, and it might be a bit scary going into this mid game with how strong the Zeri is.
Yeah, I don't really see how this, as long as the Zeri plays correctly, I feel like it would be very hard for her to die with both thumbs up, Yumi, Mikhail's heal exhaust. Like there's just so many tools to keep Zeri alive.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's on Red Team to find that find the Zeri in those fights and make sure they can CC her, but they're positioned first, 40 seconds off this Dragon. They're positioned to they're in a better position to take it, getting these deep red side vision. And I mean, they just have to walk together to clear this out and walk into the Dragon Pit. They're gonna lose mid prio as well. Grifferwood looking.
Yeah, they're jumping on to Habibi King, but the damage isn't quite there yet. Karnper on duty now jumping in.
Zeri free firing.
With the Camille, Habibi
Zeri.
down, but it's Big Boy Tonio who goes down first. Karnper on duty following
Zeri.
into with the phase dive, but Camper now getting very low. No size matters.
Zeri still free firing.
Finish off the Hecarim.
Can Habibi Poppy do it?
A nice dodge by Habibi Poppy. No size
He did
matters.
it.
The damage is there, and he's able to finish off Interpede. It's now Rifu and potential 5 against Habibi Poppy, but Habibi Poppy very strong on this Xayah, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens here.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident that
team fighting from both sides. Oh my god, you see the Zeri popping off, and then Habibi just takes him.
Habibi Poppy actually opting to start the Dragon 1v2. Rifu World
Cleanses up.
able to land the CC, but the cleanse is available.
He's dying to the
Habibi
Dragon.
Poppy going very low, does go down to the Ahri, and with the TP coming in from Big Boy Tonio, that will be the soul denied here.
yeah, I think Habibi Poppy thought he could get away with having the cleanse and being able to kill Grifferworld with just his damage, but that Yumi was enough to keep Ahri alive and make sure that she was able to clean up the kill. She also has some armor with that Zanya, so maybe Habibi Poppy wasn't necessarily accounting for that. But yeah, well played by everybody. Honestly, that was kind of a banger team fight. They're looking to look for this Baron.
Yeah, looks like they get it. Red. Oh, there's a committing the TP actually to try to counter into the play. I don't know about this one. Baron getting the 3K, 2K. It's just gone.
Yeah, I'm a bit curious why Comper went to the.
Oh, they're looking for
side
nose. Never mind.
Okay.
Oh, is Big Boy Tonio now jumping forward, almost in ult range of Comper there, but not quite able to land it.
Yeah, I feel like maybe, I don't know. Did they just walk it in? They have to look for the flanks though. Echo and Jax are on flanks. The double camper Karnper flank angle.
Oh, but the engaged by Habibi King instantly denied by the charm. Karnper now going very low on this Echo. Habibi King going down, and Jax is now in the middle of the team, but he's getting very low. The charm again onto No Size Matters. No Size Matters continue to trade onto Rixie. The damage just not there. Habibi Poppy versus the world. Karnper able to get some damage out, but he will go down to the Zeri here. And yeah, Habibi Poppy, a nice recall on the feathers, able to deal a little bit of damage to Interpede, but with only Habibi alive, we'll see what Don't Want to Glow can get done here.
Yeah, great team fighting from like both ADCs, but honestly, I feel like this Xayah just can't match the Zeri in terms of damage.
Yeah, but I mean, Habibi Poppy is doing a great job keeping his team in this fight. It looks like Echo is just completely useless. Honestly, I think he got 2 full rotations on the Zeri. Didn't mean squat. That guy just does not do enough damage. And, I mean, I think the front line just cannot deal with this Zeri, honestly. But I feel like DWG did a great job cutting back for the Zeri. She had to go back over the wall to get away from the Echo engage. And Rixie did a great job just following up with that.
I think Reefer World also deserves a ton of credit, able to deny the Rakan engage entirely with the charm, and later catch out No Size Matters. I think Reefer World not super noticeable, but absolutely one of the important players in that fight.
Yeah, definitely taking a backseat.
I noticed you, Reefer World.
Yeah,
ever frosted the Rakan.
We all saw, and I think Big Boy Tonio also recognized that, started spam pinging him, hyping him up a little bit after that. But yeah, definitely taking a backseat as opposed to the last game they just played, but still showing up big in his role.
Yeah, for sure. Playing the Peel bot, charm bot that Ari is known for.
Yep.
The unkillable Peel charm bot that Ari is known for. Yeah. On the side of red team, honestly, I don't see how they can really win fights, because I don't think it's possible for them to kill the Zeri now. And I just think the front line doesn't have enough damage to win a straight up front to back.
Yeah, but there is still the opportunity to play around the split push of the Jax here, and we will have to, I don't think the game is over yet. We have seen conjoined twins time and time again falling in these late game team fights though, and it's starting to get a bit concerning as, I don't know what they're going to be able to do here.
Yeah, I mean, they are still on full points, so maybe we can see.
I'm not really sure what's happening here. Are they base racing?
Yeah.
It looks like they want to catch off the Zeri on the right side, but Habibi Poppy might be in trouble.
Yeah, Habibi Poppy having to blow
big charm.
A nice charm lands. The damage is there, but you don't have quite enough follow up as the Xayah and Camille in the base, so that will be them winning out on the top side of the fight, but Interpede and Big Boy Tonio looking at the Nexus turrets. No Size Matters lands the stun on the Interpede, forces the cleanse early. The follow-up is there from Jax. No Size Matters continuing to damage down the Zeri. Habibi King has arrived, but he'll go very low very quickly. No Size Matters continuing to damage, able to finish off Interpede, and potential 5 will go down as well. The TP coming out from Jax towards the top side, and if not the game, this will certainly be the Dragon going to the side of conjoined twins. What a turn.
It's crazy back and forth with both teams now. This should equalize a lot of the problems they were having.
I feel like some throwing is happening on blue team right now. DWG, we mentioned that it was on them to kind of fuck up, and that's what's happening here. I mean, it seems like, I don't know, Interpede saw his bot lane jungle kind of lose a 2v3, and I feel like he just kept walking forward instead of backing off, even though he knew they were all on reset. Kind of a mistake there.
I do want to highlight the play of No Size Matters there, as it looks like, Camper jumping on to Rixie again, but Rixie will easily be able to walk away. No, but I do want to highlight the play of No Size Matters there. He was able to land the E very early on to Interpede, forcing him to blow the cleanse before the fight even started, and then, you know, continuing to chase down that Zeri relentlessly, despite all the peel that was there, and well played by him to eventually bring Interpede down.
Okay, but on the topic of, we're not on the topic of, but Zeri just fought GA, so now I think there's literally nothing that can kill her in fights, besides just her entire team being wiped.
Yeah, well, I think if Zeri goes down for that GA, I'm not too sure how much a GA will do for her.
I agree. I would have rather seen something else picked up here, maybe, but because I think if the Zeri goes down, then the rest of the team will just get rolled.
I think like if they commit all their resources to knock off GA, her team will just kill them off.
Maybe.
Like, I don't think there's a world where they can kill her entire team without dealing with her and being able to win the fight.
Well, we'll see as this Baron now coming up again. This is once again on Carper.
Nose needs to TP. He has a good flank TP.
Yeah, Nose not jumping in. Camper is there, but the charm immediately coming out as Interpede.
Oh, he's stunned. He's stunned up.
The stun lands from the Echo, but he's immediately
That's big.
Camper now jumping back in, lands the three-man stun, but the damage continuing to come out from Interpede. Carper doing a ton of damage, going very low as the stun lands again.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Going down, but Habibi Poppy able to land.
Okay, Habibi Poppy.
Habibi versus Interpede. He escapes with
Oh my
the
god.
XP.
What the?
Oh my god, these fights.
What is happening? This is ADC versus ADC. Holy moly.
Holy crap, bro.
He does blow.
What is going on? Yo, can we get a replay of that fight, please?
Dude, no, we need to go back and watch that again.
We need to watch
That was
again.
literally insane.
It was perfect. It was just such a good fight from the ADC.
I mean, holy moly. Like I said, Habibi Poppy, Interpede, two electrifying players in this game right now, and they're just they're doing entertainment right now. It's a show.
Wait, let's count everything. He gets hit by that, into the knockup, into the Jack stun, into the Irelia stun,
Into another Echo stun.
into another Jack stun.
We're seeing him again. No Size Matters getting a ton of damage off before he goes down. Habibi Poppy barely able to finish him off, and the pullback on the feathers, and he just barely escapes with the Hex Gate. I feel like Habibi might have won in the end there. You know, Zeri not having the GA available, but
And he had the GA as well.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh my.
I mean, maybe he's just taking his losses. I mean, even if he was up, not sure how much he would have gotten, even if he won that fight. So maybe he just kept his GA for next Baron fight.
Yeah, pretty smart.
That's pretty smart play by him.
Poppy showing us why he's the two-time DMV world champion.
Yeah, this guy is, dude.
Okay, but like, what other
Speechless.
ADC eat like 4 to 5 stuns in a team fight and just not die?
Yeah, Zeri's the only one. Well, but Zeri's not that tanky, is she? She has that Shioba, she has that Wits End, she has GA, but like, I feel like Yumi's doing a lot of work.
I think with Yumi, she might be the tankiest champion
Yeah,
on the team.
definitely, for sure.
If I'm being honest, like with GA, with Shiobo, with the MR from Wits End, I think she might be the tankiest champion on
It's
the
just
team.
so absurdly hard to deal with her.
Starting up the Baron again, but now the Flash not available for the Zeri and the GA, so you know, if a repeat happens, she'll go down much more easily.
Baron
They
is
might
gone.
just finish out the Baron before anyone can arrive. A nice rush, and yeah, that's just a free objective for them.
I feel like they definitely need to. I mean, it seems like Blue Team is just on the front foot for all of these objectives. They're just, or rather, just the Barons. They've been starting them up by themselves pretty much every time. It doesn't seem like CT is getting any window to actually start them on their own terms.
Well, the timer does cross the 40-minute line for the first time this tournament, so that's pretty exciting at least.
Yeah, I think the game definitely ends on this next Elder fight though. Both teams like
For
fairly
sure.
even. in terms of like literally everything except soul for red team, but vary for blue team. So I think they're evenly matched in the team fight. The blue team hovering top side.
Was Camper might be a bit far forward there, gets stunned by, but
Rixie
now
is
Hecarim's
so
going a bit too
far
in.
up.
He'll just go down, and a nice play there to catch out the Hecarim, but they're chasing forward. The fight does continue. Habibi getting tons of damage off, but Griefer was able to finish off Camper on
they're gonna
duty.
kill
A
him.
beautiful knockup from Habibi. King comes out, and that will be the Zeri going down. The damage is there, and Habibi Poppy just running through the team. And that might be the game here.
That might be game.
Massive throw from Rixie. What was he doing? Walking in so deep?
What was Rixie doing? I don't really know, honestly.
Is this just game over?
That was suspicious. Did someone PayPal him? I mean, I don't really know what to say. He just walked in.
Over, yeah.
He saw 5 people, kept walking in, and I'm not sure it is mouse DC or something. Not really sure what happened there.
We need a chrono break this game. It's really strange.
Yeah, that was pretty strange. But honestly,
Yeah,
what a performance from both ADCs. Truly,
Yeah, fortunately, we have the technology, the chrono break here, so it looks like we'll be.
And BB King with an excellent look in that team fight, able to knock up 3 of the members of Don't Want to Go Out, and Heavy Poppy running through the team. What a game!
I mean, what a banger of a game, honestly. Honestly, probably one of the best games I've seen this DMV. Absolutely phenomenal. I don't see any of the winners in their own lobby. If you guys are listening to the stream, can you please come to one of your things so we can interview any of you?
Yeah, but before the interview, let's just talk about, like, I mean, I feel like it's pretty obvious, but who do we give the MVP
It's
to?
gotta be Habibi Poppy, man. That guy was crazy. Yeah.
It's a magnificent performance. Yeah, I think Nose having his moments. Carper doing pretty well in the early game. Camper, getting camped, but still holding on. And Habibi King with some truly excellent engages and counter engages. But I don't think anyone can really match the true hard carry performance of Habibi Poppy in this game.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, him just single-handedly saving them from that Baron fight. There he was 1v3.
Yeah, I mean, not to discount anything that DWG did, or how CT won, rather. But DWG really, the game was in their hands with this Zeri and this Yuumi. They were almost unkillable, but the DWG just found a way to throw the game. It was at the bot side inhibitor. They also died at Baron. They tried to get that Baron when they won the Dragon fight and kind of died for it and kind of threw that as well. And then Rixie just kind of walking into 5 people casually and just kind of getting blown up was just a nail in the coffin for them.
On a separate note, we have Habibi Poppy here for the interview.
Oh, hello, Habibi.
Habibi
Poppy.
My hands are sweaty.
Your hands are shaking?
Yeah.
How's your back, man? How's your back, man?
Bro, it's not stable right now, bro. It's fucked. Like, every single game we fucking played, I had to put my heart and soul into every single draft. Fucking, prep is just cancer. 3 games today. I'm sweating my ass off. New York weather is fucking dog shit.
Wait, is it still bad? Is it still bad over there?
It's hot as fuck.
Is that an extra out of your spine right now, bro? In the tournament chat? Oh my god, it's not looking too good, man. Who was sitting on there? Kemper?
Everybody
on that. Oh my god, dude.
No. My team smurfed it, but
yeah.
I'm so upset we lost the first game. We just didn't play well, and then now we came back. So now, like, who's the actual definite good team? Because we just beat the people that beat Cloudy's team.
I think
that means that you're the best team.
Property here.
I think that means that you're the best team. I think that's what it means. Yeah.
Yeah. This shit's adding up.
Wait, but if Alan's other team beat you guys, then maybe
no, but that was before.
SMH is just the best player in the tournament. Who knows?
No, but that was before. But
I think the math is adding up. Honestly, I think the math is adding up. But in any case, yeah. Like, what was your going into that? I feel like early game it was kind of a mess. Irelia was like hard winning. But you were kind of getting rolled by the Hecarim, especially. Yeah. He was kind of running you over, kind of.
It was annoying with the bot side focus, but like I have full faith on my top side to like
Mhm.
carry.
Yeah.
So I was like, even if, as long as I just stay up in form, get my items, and make sure we don't like run it down in terms of like wrong decision making, we will win the game. And that's what
Yeah.
happened this time.
Yeah, I think No Size Matter did a really good job in kind of stabilizing that early game for you. He was like 3 levels ahead of the Ari at one point, just doing very well in his own right. But like towards that mid and late game, did you feel like the enemy team was trolling a little bit, or do you think? Not to discount your win at all, but
No.
how did you feel?
I think their macro decisions were definitely subpar from a team that was that beat Cloudy's team. I was thinking this is not the performance I expected coming off of a win for them, right? And we're also like we just lost a game, and it was like a heartbreaking loss.
Yeah.
I lost a couple here on the back of my scalp. I don't know off the first series, but yeah, no. I think I just want to say this right now before I forget about it. But all the support from the chat, I love it. That actually made us feel really good. I tapped back in and out and saw that shit. I was like, damn.
That's what you need, man. I love the fans, right? Love the fans.
I love the fans. I love the fans.
So Habibi Poppy, next up, you're going up against the Habibi Hunters, a team built from the ground up just to destroy you. How are you feeling going into this essential match for your team?
I spent the entirety of yesterday preparing this matchup. So.
So is it kind of like the Hunter's gonna become hunted or something like that? What we looking forward to in this next match?
They're gonna be rolled up in a blunt. That's all I gotta say.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fucked. It's fucked. I'm smoking the pack today.
Today, okay. We're gonna run into a little break, but we'll get right back into that game and hope you can put on another performance just like that.
Thank you.
Maybe hopefully you're back and handle it next time too. So yeah, thank you for joining in. Good luck on your next games.
Yeah, good luck to you too, or all you guys. Yeah.
Thank you.
And there he goes. And yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already, before we go on a break, did you want to say something, Jason?
No, I just said bye.
Okay, yeah. If you haven't already, before we go on to the break, please donate to DMV if you guys are watching. So these players putting on these performances can get rewarded handsomely for winning. All the donations go back to you guys. We don't keep any penny of it. That's why we haven't changed our logo in 3 years. But yeah, thanks guys. We'll be right back in about 5-6 minutes. Jason will be leaving us, I believe, unless it's you, FaZe. I don't know who it is.
I don't know what's going on.
We'll figure it out.
Someone on this desk is leaving. It won't be me, but we'll be having a new caster come on with us. So stay tuned. See you guys later.